So last week, Sony announced their flagship mirrorless camera, the Sony Alpha 1. And being a Sony shooter for a while now, I just couldn't help it. I had to share my thoughts and my opinions. Being a Sony user since 2013, it's been a long time, I was stoked to see this camera come to light. So here are 7 features that stood out to me about the Alpha 1. First 3 have to do with image quality. So the headliner of the event is obviously the 50 megapixel sensor shooting at 30 frames a second. Yeah, you heard that, 30 frames. Currently I shoot with the A9 Mark II, and I think it's 20 frames a second is the maximum for that camera. It might be a little bit more, but I don't even use 20 frames a second, but still, that's a huge jump from 20 to 30 frames. You can switch to APS-C crop mode, so that'll zoom into your sensor 1.5 times, and you'll still get a 21 megapixel image. So that's cool to me because currently I'm shooting at 24 megapixels. Having that flexibility to just punch a custom button and then suddenly go to APS-C crop mode and still shoot at 21 megapixels, that I think it's a really practical feature. It's something that I picture myself using all the time. So the second feature that I noted is a big one. This camera shoots at 8K. This is usable 8K shooting. It's not gonna overheat on you. One of the Sony Pro reps, Michael Bubalo, he did mention that he shot over an hour 15 minutes worth of 8K footage. He stopped only because he ran out of space on his card or he ran out of battery. I don't know. To me, it's crazy to see now on the side of these mirrorless cameras that you can see 8K now. That's pretty awesome. Finally, they're giving us lossless compressed RAW. So from what I've watched in the videos, these lossless compressed RAW will now be half the size of the uncompressed RAW. So you'll be retaining all of that quality at half the space. So that's major props to Sony. Thanks for finally giving us lossless compressed RAW. All right, the next 3 features that I noted deal with the usability of the camera. The 4th feature is the zero blackout OLED viewfinder. So the specs say it's a 9.44 million dot OLED viewfinder refreshing at 200 frames per second. Twice as fast as the one that's already on the A7S Mark III that everyone loves. So this is just gonna be even better. One more thing about that viewfinder. Let's say when you drag a shutter at 1/4 of a second, usually you'll see that motion happening in your viewfinder, which is super annoying, but now you'll be able to see it normally. That's fixed. I'm glad it's fixed because I hated that. Feature number 5. The Alpha 1 also has a faster anti-flicker electronic shutter, and here's the kicker. You can now stay at your electronic shutter and still sync with your flash. So this is new because we've never been able to do this, and Sony users switch from electronic shutter to a mechanical shutter whenever we want to use our flash. So Sony, thank you for innovating on that. That is one thing that I'm looking forward to using. The 6th feature has to do with focusing. Sony is using real-time AF now for humans, animals, birds, all kinds of animals. So your camera's going to be focusing faster than ever. The Alpha 1 will be calculating focus 120 times per second. I can't even think that fast. So all I can say is good job, Alpha 1. You're a fast thinker. And finally, my friends, the last feature. This is not actually a feature, but this is just kind of my overall feeling about this camera. When I go out to work, I usually have to pick between an A7 Mark III, an A7S Mark III, or my A9 Mark II, depending on the assignment. With the Alpha 1, I'll be able to just pick up that camera and do any kind of assignment, any kind of job, and I'll be set. I can shoot commercial, I can be on set, shoot while the film crew is filming, and I can stay a ninja under the cover of the shadows, and be silent and shoot at 50 megapixels at 30 frames a second. I can shoot at 4K 120. If I need to shoot with the A7S Mark III, I can bring along the Alpha 1. All the features are the same. The menus are the same. To me, this is just a brilliant, brilliant camera. Brilliant release, Sony. Congratulations. You guys did good. So now I only have to save up $6,500 or sell, I don't know, sell my hair or something. I don't know. We're gonna have to think of what I'll need to do to get this camera. But if you're asking, am I gonna get it? Heck yeah, I'm gonna get it. It's a no-brainer for me. I can have this one camera and sell a couple of my other cameras. This one camera will work even better than those two specialized cameras. So Sony said this: the Alpha 1 is the first true flagship mirrorless camera in the market that is suitable for every genre of pro photography. Judging from what they announced that day, I'm gonna have to agree with them on that, and I can't wait to try out this camera. Hopefully we'll get one here at our local camera shop really soon. So that's it for this video. Thanks for joining me, and I plan to do another video as soon as I get my hands on the Alpha 1. Don't forget to subscribe so you can see the next video. And until then, peace.